Moving to the Comox Valley comes with its complications, especially when we have children. So today what we're doing, we're taking a deep dive into what are the schools that are around, including daycares, elementary, high schools in the Comox Valley. Now, I brought a special professional with me. This is Kayla, my daughter, and she's grown up in the Comox Valley. So she has first-hand experience about the school systems in the school district 71, which is on Vancouver Island. So today we're going to talk about what are the issues, what's the good and the bad with daycare. And if you have young children, you need to know this before you move to the Comox Valley, because it can be really a halt to your plans if you don't have proper daycare. The other thing we're going to talk about is the elementary schools. What are the programs that they have that benefit the children? And then finally, we're going to talk about high schools. And we're not just going to talk there, we're going to go there. Now, if you stick around to the end of this, we're going to give you a special tip that you need to know about education in the Comox Valley. So Kayla, let's go get after it right now. As we mentioned in today's video, we're going to be talking about the educational system. Now, we're going to talk about it from first a parent's point of view.
And from my point of view as someone who grew up in the valley.
And also we're going to talk from our own experience. With me being a dad of a 23-year-old and a 14-month-old, we're having challenges right now in the way of daycare. So what we're going to do is we're going to share with you today some tips about the daycare system, also the programs that the government has put out to assist you, mom and dad, so you can save some money, save your sanity, and save your job by getting that freedom of having the proper daycare in place. But you got to know what are the rules around that first. As we mentioned, we're going to turn around the different schools, but in Comox, but also we're going to jump to the other side of Courtenay. Now, if it's your first time to the channel, you'll want to click on the link below and you'll want to subscribe. All of our contact information is there. Reach out, set up an appointment with myself, Kayla, or Aiden from the High Tide Real Estate Group. If you're thinking about making the move, no matter if it's 9 weeks or 9 months, let's get those questions answered today. So let's dive into it. Let's go check out the education system here in the Comox Valley. The average age population in the town of Comox is 58.2 years of age, but it is quickly changing. The demographic of Comox is now shifting, where we're having younger families with younger children moving to the area. So when we're talking about younger families, we got to talk about daycare, because daycare is one of the hottest topics right now in the Comox Valley. Now behind us is Tigger 2 in Comox off Noel Avenue. And Tigger 2 has been one of the most predominant, one of the oldest existing daycares in Comox. Now when we talk about daycares, there's the good and there's the bad. So we're going to talk about first the good part of daycares. Now the BC government, with the leadership of the Liberals, now either love them or hate them, did something very positive for the working families that have young children that need to go to daycare. They created the $10 a day daycare program, and they opened up 15,000 spots across British Columbia. So regardless of how much that you make a year, you pay $10 a day for daycare. That is the good part of daycare here in the Comox Valley. Now, I did say that there's a bad part. The bad part of that is limited spaces. Because the Comox Valley is growing at such an exponential stage right now, we're getting a lot of young families coming here, which is changing that age demographic. And there is a shortage of spaces for daycare. The waiting time right now is anywhere from 2 to 3 years to get into a daycare. Now, what you want to do is you want to get yourself in early. Now, my wife, Bianca, and I had recently had our daughter, Vita, who's now 14 months old. We did not start to think about daycare till she was 6 months old, which we'd already missed the mark. So if you're moving to the area and either you're thinking of having kids, maybe you're pregnant, or you're just about to have a child, my advice would be to put your name in not at one daycare, but at all the daycares in either the Courtenay or the Comox area. The reason for this is that one of those daycares will have an opening because people do move away from the area, or as the kids get older and they go into elementary school, spots do open up. And if you have your name in at all of the daycares, you'll be the first one to get called, and you can always cancel those other reservations. And don't wait like we did until your child is 6, 9 months, or 12 months of age. Do it while you're in the early pregnancy stage. Get your name on the list and possibly go to Tigger 2 here in Comox. The future's so bright, we gotta wear shades, especially on this sunny day. Now, a lot of our clients are moving into more rural properties. They wanna have acreage, they wanna have space. So they're moving off Headquarters Road or looking at Bates Road or maybe Black Creek or Merville. And what happens is you are in a catchment for your school, meaning that the school board has actually got specific areas called catchments, and that's where your kids would go to school. Now, if you have younger children that are either looking for daycare or gonna be going to elementary school, this next school might be the right fit for you because it is a 2-for-1, which is very rare in the Comox Valley. We are here at Huband Elementary School off Huband Road and the Island Highway. Now, this is more of a rural school so that it's pulled away from the city center, and it's also on a dead-end street, so you're not gonna get that through traffic. Now, this school, like I say, from a parent's perspective, is very safe, and it has some very special amenities, which I know Kayla can talk about.
Huband has a very special place in my heart. I actually went to Huband Park Elementary, kindergarten to grade 7, all the way through. My favorite part is how royal it is. You are out in the nature, you have the forest, you have streams to go play in during your lunch and recesses. The teachers here are absolutely amazing. Even at 23 years old, I still have contact with a lot of my old principals and teachers who taught me. It's a great little community tucked away in the nature and forest.
Mr. Cragon, if you're watching this,
Hey.
Hey. Now, something that you'll want to think about, because it's a rural school, many, if not most of the students are coming by school bus. And the school bus ties up with the high school, Vanier High School. So what's going to happen is your kids that are maybe going to grade 3, 4, or 5 are also going to be riding that bus with kids who are going to grade 9, 10, and 11. So that is an experience. I remember many times Kayla coming home going, I learned some new vocabulary. So something for you to think about. Now, the positive part of Huband Elementary, because it is a rural and smaller school, there's a lot more one-on-one time. So the students really get that opportunity to build the relationship with the teacher and of course, the staff there. Thus, we mentioned Mr. Cragon, who was the principal at the time at Huband Elementary. The other thing that's a lot of fun, and it has the word fun in it, is once a year Huband does what's called the Fun Fair. Now, I was the popcorn dad. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
I was on the Parents Association Commission, and I was the PAC, and I was the popcorn dad. So every year they have a fun fair, bouncy castles, games, prizes, of course, popcorn, and it's a great way for the school to raise money for different events that are happening, and that really happens at these smaller rural schools. So one-on-one contact with the teacher to student ratio, as well as fun activities in a place that's safe for the kids to go. So if that's something you're looking for, check out Huband Elementary School off Huband Road. As you're doing your market research for elementary schools in the town of Comox, you can't go wrong. They are all great. Now, behind us, we are showcasing Brooklyn Elementary, which is located on Guthrie Road, close to Lazo Road in the Lazo community, which is the ocean side of Comox. If you have young ones in your family from kindergarten to grade 6, you're going to be looking at possibly going to Brooklyn Elementary. Now, what's great about this school? Location, location, location. It is in a fantastic location. In behind is the northeast forest. So there is a woven of trails that are going through there. One of them is known as the Lazo Loop. So no matter where you are walking in the trails behind, you cannot get lost. It's also leash optional for our 4-legged furry family member friends. Now, the school itself has some things that you want to know about. Number one, it's got an upgraded playground area, which is great for the kids to burn off that energy before they go home after school. The other thing you're going to notice at the opposite end of the school is they have this beautiful mural painted on it of an orca done by a local artist. As well, you're going to see 2 greenhouses that are there and a series of garden beds. This school actually grows its own fresh veggies right here on the school property.
And what's great about that is that the vegetables do not go to waste. The school has created a salad bar program, so kids can come in and make sure that they get their helpings of vegetables and have a salad for lunch here, and the teachers have it as well.
So if you're looking for a great elementary school, check out Brooklyn Elementary on Guthrie Road in Comox. We are on the Courtenay side of the Comox Valley right now, and when we talk about high schools, there are 2 schools to choose from. The first is Mark Isfeld, and the second is this one here, Georges P. Vanier Secondary School, aka Vanier High School. Now, Vanier has a lot to offer. And if you have children that are going to Huband Elementary, this is going to be the natural progression because it's in this side of town in the catchment. Now, when we talk about Vanier High School, you have the Sportsplex Arena. You also have a turf field where even in the middle of winter, you're going to see students and teams playing soccer, no matter if it's rain, shine, or day or night, because they have illumination with night lights so that the training can happen any time of the day, as well as you have a running track which has a very special rubberized soft level to it. So as you're running around, you don't get that hard pounding. And in fact, Kayla and I joined a running group this year, and we've been running twice a week and enjoying the track. Now, also Vanier has a lot of other features, and somebody can speak firsthand from them.
So back when I went to Vanier in 2018, it did not look like how it looks now. They have done a gorgeous upgrade, top to bottom, gutted everything out. They've added a new auditorium, a new gymnasium, a new drama room, photography centers, lovely classrooms with natural daylight that just pour in. So it is gorgeous, the type of upgrades they've done. They've also reseeded and relayed all of their fields here out in front. So lots more room to play soccer and games when you're in gym class as well. I do want to say a quick shout out to one of my great friends, Elizabeth, who actually designed this sign that they have out front here. So they do have students play a hand in how the school runs and how everything works.
And one of the things when we talk about sports that Vanier is so proud of is their history for football. They are one of the strongest football teams on Vancouver Island. So if you got kids that are into lacrosse, football, soccer, this would be one of the high schools that I would want to be taking a look at. Now, the other thing is I'm going to call out to all the students here, proximity-wise, this is a short walk from eateries, including Mary Brown's Chicken, you've got Domino's Pizza, you've got White Spot Takeout, so it really makes ease of getting a quick snack when you're on your lunch break. Now, if you're a nature lover, for all the students out there, right across the street, you have Puntledge Park River, and the river runs right there, so you can go down there, grab your lunch, sit by the riverbanks, and enjoy. Now, this is located just off Headquarters Road, and it's a short 2 to 3 minute drive to amenities or a short 5 to 8 minute walk. This is Georges P. Vanier Secondary High School. One of the great features about Georges P. Vanier High School is this. This is literally right next door. This is the Comox Valley Sports Center. The parking lots are actually attached. So for all you sports fans and sports lovers in the family, this has all of your skating arenas, all your hockey arenas. It also, this is where they host the home show when it comes to town in both the spring and the fall. It has a length swimming pool, as well as it's got a fantastic equipped gym for everyone who wants to bulk up and build those muscles, or just get your regular daily exercise right here at the Sports Center in the Comox Valley. When Kayla and I stepped out of the vehicle here at Highland Secondary School, there was one word we both said: wow. The view of the Comox Glacier and the Beaufort Snowcapped Mountains takes your breath away. Now, with Highland Secondary School, it is on the corner of Guthrie Road and Pritchard Road, right here in the heart of Comox. A lot of families are coming and moving to the Comox Valley because they're getting transferred in the military. The CFB Comox base is located right here in Comox, and it is the largest Air Force military base on the west coast of Canada. So if you are getting transferred for work, the chances are that your kids are going to be going here to Highland, and it handles students that go from grade 8 to grade 12.
Highland is big on basketball. In 2024, they won the Island Championships, beating all the nearby towns, including the Nanaimo district. Their basketball team are the Highland Raiders, and they won it and raided it over.
That's it. So if you've got some sport fanatics in the family and they like some b-ball, basketball, and they're going to high school, Highland Secondary School is going to be the school you'll want to look at. Hello, fellow parents. We hope that you found a lot of value in the video today. Today we talked about daycares, we talked about the $10 a day program, we talked about the importance of getting on the waiting lists, and also not just at one daycare, but many daycares. We took a look at the elementary schools, we looked at how are they doing their farming and greenhouses, and how are they making those salad bars for kids like this to stay healthy. We also talked about the high schools. We went to Highland and we jumped over to George P. Vanier. So if you found value in the video, click on the like button and be sure to share this video with friends and family. Now, if you're new to the channel, click on that subscribe button and tap that bell so you'll be the first to get information about the real estate market, but also the lifestyle here in the Comox Valley and the Campbell River area. Now, if you're coming to the area, reach out to us. We'd love to meet you in person and give you a private real estate tour of the homes in our area. And if you're not coming anytime later, soon, stay tuned. We will see you in the next video.